Wait, Sakurai still wants to be the producer of the Smash Bros. Series? Well, let's talk all about his thoughts.
Block content.
What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your blocked content for today. And ahead of its official release, we actually have Sakurai's thoughts from his Famitsu column that is actually leaked out. So we're going to be talking about all of it. I mean, he's been talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and of course about it being the finale. Like, we now have Sora in the game, which is incredible. We have the entire roster of the game, which is so big, so expansive, and I think with all the DLC that we've gotten, this is the dream roster for any Smash game. But if you think about it, the franchise kind of needs to go on, right? It kind of needs to have a future in order for, Nintendo to profit from all these different franchises coming together. Well, Sakurai isn't really ready to kind of let this franchise go, it seems, and he's actually been talking about just that in his latest Famitsu column. Now, there's already been excerpts that kind of leaked out beforehand. Maybe at the time of me posting this video, there's actually already a lot more out, but right now all I can say is Sakurai definitely has been thinking about this, but he also comments that he needs to think about it a little bit more, right? He needs to give it some space. Now, a lot of people have been wondering what will be next for Masahiro Sakurai, right? Will he actually be directing the next game? Will he just be producing it? Or would he be working on something brand new, right? That's what a lot of people are wishing for him to do. Either another original Nintendo IP, or changing another existing IP into something very Sakurai, or just, being a creative sort of producer on another project. A lot of people have thoughts about what Sakurai should do. Well, we think he should take a big vacation after Ultimate, but he has some thoughts too that we're going to dive into in a minute. Well, if you have any thoughts, feedback, suggestions, questions for me here on Block Content, you can send them over through email at blockedcontentmail@gmail.com. And I would love to answer you guys' questions. And of course, if you have any ideas on what we should cover on Block Content's Leak Speak, you can send that over as well. I love you guys sending in comments. So let's talk all about this. It was originally posted by Jeremy Winslow out on Kotaku.com, and it says, Sakurai says Super Smash Bros. Ultimate might not end the series. Though Sora was Ultimate's last DLC, the series could very well live on. Well, I guess we can say that Mario agrees with more Smash Bros. Games, huh? Well, Masahiro Sakurai is back in Famitsu with his final column in which he pontificates about the Smash Ultimate series, potential finale. It actually sounds like Ultimate might not be the end, though Sakurai isn't certain about a sequel just yet. In excerpts published by Ryokucha 2089, translated by both Siliconera and Video Games Chronicle, the producer talked about the future of Super Smash Bros. Sakurai said that while he isn't thinking of a follow-up, he can't say with certainty that Ultimate is the end of Smash. Apparently, he and Nintendo need to discuss and seriously consider how a sequel could be a success, considering Ultimate has been a bestseller for the company since its launch. In another Smash Bros., if another Smash Bros. Were to come, Sakurai said it probably wouldn't be done without him. In conjunction with his final column, Famitsu interviewed Sakurai, who said he currently doesn't see a path in which Smash can exist without his involvement. He even mentioned Nintendo attempted to hand it off to someone else, but it didn't go well, whatever that might mean. It's well worth pointing out that games are usually developed by entire teams of people. While Sakurai may be the brains of the operation, serving as creator and director of the series, the legions of lesser-known developers laboring in the background were just as essential to Ultimate's realization. So sure, Smash Bros. As we know it probably wouldn't exist without Sakurai, but that doesn't mean Sakurai's participation is totally necessary for the series to continue forward either. Still, Masahiro Sakurai has been running himself ragged for years now. In addition to designing Smash Bros., he's penned his Famitsu column for nearly 2 decades. And in 2012, he was diagnosed with calcific tendinitis due to his intense work schedule. Although Sakurai said that he's okay now, as of August 2021. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate recently wrapped up its DLC, adding Kingdom Hearts' Sora as the last combatant to join the roster as an add-on fighter. The community was split in his introduction even before last month's Smash dedicated Direct aired, but the big shoot hero is actually kinda cool to play. And of course, let's talk a little bit about his thoughts, because I thought it was really interesting that he said he doesn't see a path in which Smash can exist without his involvement, and that he even mentioned that Nintendo attempted to hand it off to someone else, but it didn't go well. Well, there's 2 things that I think that this might be referring to, right? It might be referring to, well, Satoru Iwata actually went out, I think around 2006 or 2005, when around the Wii era, and he announced that a new Smash Bros. Game is coming, without Sakurai even knowing about it. And of course, Nintendo is, very, open about that kind of stuff, and they can do whatever they wish because they own all the characters and they own Smash Brothers as a brand. Sakurai doesn't really own that in that sort of sense. And then he later asked Sakurai if he wanted to direct that game. But maybe they had someone else in mind, and they just wanted Sakurai to rest a little bit after Smash Bros. Melee. Or this could be talking about the future. This could be talking about, someone actually at Nintendo pointing at another director, them actually trying their hand at Smash Brothers and directing a game, or, trying to at least do it from the very beginning, and it not really working out, right? Sakurai knows how these Smash inner workings are actually, to be handled. He actually plays the games quite well, he knows all the ins and outs, and he is just a massive fan, and it's very hard to find someone with that same work ethic that Sakurai has. You just wouldn't be able to find it very easily. So I think that if you want to replace Sakurai with someone else, you need to somehow find either someone very similar to Sakurai or a completely different path for a completely sort of game. And of course, you guys know my theory about the next Smash game, right? If we are going to be talking about how the series should evolve, I think that it should evolve in new ways, not in anything that we've seen so far, but the next Smash game should almost be on a completely different engine, a completely different way of playing. I wouldn't even want to see it be a 2.5D fighter. I maybe even want to bring it to the 3rd dimension and make it sort of like a sort of 3rd-person fighter in that sense, where you can essentially just walk around and roam around like a game like Super Mario 3D World, something like that, but have it be with all these different characters and just, utilize moves in a much different way. In that sense, I think a new director, someone maybe from the Nintendo team that does the Odyssey, the Galaxy games and stuff like that, so EAD, I think that they would do an incredible job with a game like that. But a game that is very similar to all of the Smash games that came before, it kind of has to have Sakurai on as a producer at the very least. And I think that he knows that, and maybe he won't be the director of the next game, but he should definitely be involved in a big way. So I'm curious how they'll end up doing that. So I really want to know, do you actually want Sakurai to direct the next game? What do you want him to do next? Do you want him to direct, another game? Do you want him to sit out and just have a vacation? Or do you really want him on top of the next Smash Brothers? Let me know in the comments down below. And as for a previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from our user, Kish45, saying, I've been thinking that maybe Sora shouldn't have been the final Smash fighter, considering that the Kingdom Hearts trilogy is getting released as cloud versions, the Switch Online expansion pack being around $50, and the Nintendo 64 Switch Online being poorly emulated. Well, Kish, thank you so much for your comment. I do think that you mean Nintendo has been letting, consumers down a little bit in the past couple of days, and I think, yes, that Nintendo Switch Online thing with the Nintendo 64 games, that is kind of rough. You know, I've played a little bit of it myself. The online connection isn't that great, and the customization options are lacking. And yes, all the mist and all those effects are missing too. So I do agree on that end. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this new episode. Of course, if you want to support Blocked Content, you can do so through Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/blockcontent, click a link in the description, and you can donate to make this channel an even bigger success. So thank you so much. Please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and of course hit like. It really helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys around the corner where there will always be more Blocked Content, and I'll just see ya.